If you're a power user of ChatGPT platforms, whether it is ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity, chances are you have run into this issue. You are creating multiple different thread sessions, oftentimes with the same problem, and at some point or the other, the platform, ChatGPT or Claude, is telling you, hey, you're maxing out on the chat limit, go ahead and create a new chat. And so you're creating multiple different chat sessions for the same outcome. And in addition to that, as you run through these chat sessions with these tools, chances are you're not asking it for a simple transaction. You're trying to have multiple series of conversations, oftentimes lengthy conversations. And there's a very good chance that you're finding or you happen to look for a golden nugget or a golden piece of information that you think is valuable and it's somewhere buried at the top. And then it becomes a search and discover problem. Well, that is really what this tool is trying to do. In all our chat sessions, we have been through this. There is always a crucial and important piece of information that is stuck somewhere at the top. And when you're doing a search, the search actually gets you the chat window, the appropriate chat session, but doesn't tell you exactly where that chat line is or where the search keyword is. So this tool allows you to search across chats and organize it better. And the way it does really is it gives you a few features. It allows you to take screenshots, copy paste to notes, and bookmark chats. The good thing really is this tool, like I said, it comes out with an organizational capability. The fact that it works across multiple different platforms, it integrates nicely with ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and so on. You are likely to get the benefit of seeing all the important sessions that you're running on these different platforms in one window. So in that way, from a pure organizational point of view, from a pure discovery and continuing to revisit those conversations, it makes it easier. So it is definitely solving a problem that exists, and I can attest to that. As we are on to the final section here, and this really is the big climactic moment. This is really when I'm going to be discussing important areas of feedback. When I reviewed this product, I have two distinct and measurable outcomes or areas of feedback that I would like for the founding team to consider. Number one topic really is positioning. Now, when I review this, I mean, just the marketing copy seriously is super broad positioning. It is not taking a stand for a consumer oriented product. It's not saying it's for students, it's for mom and pop shop, small business owner, or enterprise. It's keeping it universal. That may be a strategy early on, but I think it's going to backfire if you do not position yourself accordingly. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is I'm seeing a little bit of conflict with in the way this product is put together. As an example, on the surface, it reads more like a tool that any power user of a ChatGPT platform is likely to use. But when I go down below, there is also mention of developer-centric scenarios, APIs, and so on, which kind of confuses me. When you throw in APIs and developer-centric language on your website, then automatically you shift into the enterprise mode, and then your adoption becomes even more difficult because enterprises really are looking for more than just utility value. They're also looking at additional constraints or barrier or additional criteria like security and so on. So something to watch out. So that is purely positioning from a persona point of view. The number two really positioning is from a competition point of view. This is also something I take issue with. All of these ChatGPT platforms, whether it is ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Claude Extra, right? They over the last 2 3 years, their feature set has become increasingly customer friendly. So they came out with search bar activated. They allow you to navigate through multiple different chat sessions, favorite chat session, and so on. So, in some ways, the feature set that is offered by this tool is already being is already being taken over, or there's a big overlap with the current set of platforms as well. Okay, so why does it matter here? I think the bigger question really is, what is this tool trying to do? Should this tool be a search and discovery type tool? Because on the surface, it seems like that's what it's saying. Say what AI tells you, find it when it matters. But I'm really questioning that proposition. Should it be a find it or should it be an organize it when it matters? Because I do believe that organizing capability may play very well when as a power user, I do play with ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for certain things. I use Claude for certain things. So for me to be able to organize different nuggets of information from these two powerful tools for my own productivity personal use cases may be very effective. So there you go. Those are the two things from a positioning point of view. The second area of improvement that I would like to share here is there's a saying show don't tell, right? And it's something that I have to reiterate, and I have made this mistake multiple times when I've launched MVPs as well, and I see that on this product as well. Now I reviewed it. This really flows. It's excellent in terms of flow, in terms of how it's put together. It is communicating the value, but what would actually make the end user stickle and actually complete the onboarding process is if you have something more of a live demo or something more of picture driven. Here's how the organization looks, here's how the tagging works, here's how the layout of the different chats from the different platforms look. Now, interesting enough, I see that available in these pictures here. I would say these pictures are actually revealing more about the functionality of this tool than these words here. So that's something to think about as well. All right. So there you go. To wrap it up, two distinct areas of improvement. One, positioning. How to position against a specific customer persona, and also how to position against competition as well, aka all of the available platform features. And number two, really increase the onboarding by bringing in more artifacts, documentation on the main fold, so it is easier process for sign up and activation. All right, hope this helps, and if you're interested in more videos like this, just contact me or let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. Bye now.